So now I'm going to talk about data analyst. So simply you can say analysis of the data, that is the basic role of data analyst. But as a normal guy, I am analyzing the data. As a statistician or a mathematician, you are analyzing the data. But for my analysis, there is no scientific proof. But for your analysis, by applying statistical and mathematical techniques, you are analyzing the data. There will be some scientific approach. There is some scientific proof will be there. So the data analyst will finally conclude anything with some scientific measurement proof. So for this, we have different techniques in the data analyst. Especially there are different tools for this data analysis. The popular tools in the industry for the years, SAS, Statistical Analysis and System, is very popular software. Of course, here as being a data scientist, we are not going to touch this SAS. In fact, we don't need it. SAS and IBM has a product SPSS and Statica, even MATLAB. In this way, different analytic tools are there into the market. Nowadays, one language is rising, which is R language. Okay, which is having more than 8,000 packages for different analytics problems and statistical problems. So these are the different tools. But majority of our industry is having SAS team now, because a lot of people are available into SAS into your running software company industries. But if you talk about, if you collect from your company, if you collect of some 100 SAS people, among these 100 SAS people, SAS developers, only 10 people are the statisticians. Remaining 90 people will play technical roles of the data. So technical data analyst will be there, again statistical data analyst will be there. So two types of people you can find, that is, one is technical data analyst. He has some roles, different roles. And second guy is statistical. You can say statistician even, statistical data analyst. Again the same question, this kind of question is invalid. Who is great? Technical or statistical, who is great means again question is invalid question. Technical roles are different and statistical roles are different here. If technical guy performed his roles and finally prepares the data as per the statistical model expectation, then only the statistician can do something. Because statistician is weak into technicals, technical guy is weak into statistics. So this is the problem. So now, step by step, we try to understand what are the limitations of this technical data analyst guy, and in what way the data science is going to provide the solution. And finally, the statistical data analyst existed problems. And so what are the solutions under our machine learning, that means into your data science, machine learning or deep learning or into AI systems like that. Okay, these things we understand now. Now I am going to take limitations of the technical data analyst. Okay. Just observe, sir. One of the major responsibilities is here, one is data extraction. So in data extraction point of view, what kind of problems you will be facing, we discuss. And next one is important role here, data cleansing. I am not saying the word data cleaning, data cleansing. So what is cleaning and what is cleansing, and we will discuss. And third one is the data preparations. Okay, let's take the first role, sir. Data extraction point of view, what kind of problems the technical data analyst, the traditional technical data analyst will be facing. So this point I am trying to explain by using some example. Suppose the client question is like this. Suppose the client is asking analyst to generate 3 years sales report. Same kind of question we are repeating. Generate 3 years sales report. So for this we need to extract data first of all. Observe this. Your organization is having some 10 years experience. That means has a history of 10 years. But all this 10 years data might not be available into your OLTP systems. But recent data might be available into OLTP systems and entire history is available into warehouse system. Now, if you are a SAS guy or R language analyst, okay, first you need to connect with the proper database source and you need to fetch recent 3 years data and then you have to generate the related reports. But in this, whatever the data required for my report, the question is here, whatever the data required for your report, this data is internal to the organization or external to the organization. Once again, I repeat the question. So I am asking 3 year sales report. That means the recent 3 years of data, complete data we want. So the required data is internal to the organization or external to the organization. So that is internal to the organization. Simply by applying your, if it is SAS, you have JDBC plugins. If it is R is also supporting that JDBC plugin which can connect with any RDBMS. Okay, any NoSQL databases or any file sources. By using the traditional techniques, you can extract the data. Got it. So that means here, data is internal source to the organization. So traditional data extraction technique. That depends, the technique varies from data source to data source. If my file is XML, different technique. If my file is JSON format, different technique. File is into RDBMS, again different. File is in NoSQL database like MongoDB, Cassandra, again different techniques. So of course nowadays each and every analytics software is supporting plugins for different varieties of sources. Okay, so the traditional data extraction techniques will work out. And observe the second question, sir. Suppose your organization is a mobile company, mobile manufacturing company. Okay, so now your last model, already your mobile company has launched different models, model 1, 2, 3 up to 5 models. Okay, now your company wants to introduce a new model also, new model like model 6. But before that, you are expecting some people's sentiment, people feeling on your recent model which is model 5. Now the client question is like this: what is people sentiment on model 5 of mobile? He is not asking the customer review of existed customers of your model 5. What are the people talk about, what people are talking about this model 5, whether it is a good product or bad product. So that means what kind of sentiment the people are having about my product. In this area, your client is interested. So based on this people sentiment, he will be effectively designing the sixth model. Okay, that is what his goal here. Now here, again to say answer for the second question, I need data. To say answer for the second question, I need data. But this data is not my internal to the organization. This is a public talk. This public talk is available in social medias. Okay? So social media like Facebook or LinkedIn or say any other thing. Okay? So now how the traditional data analyst will connect with the different social media sources and how he will pitch. Of course, the software will support, but the traditional approach of the data analyst will not work out. He need to apply some special techniques here. Got it? So here data is not internal. That means purely external to the organization. So data source might be different review sites and social medias and social groups, etc. So here traditional techniques will not work out. So this is the problem. So here data scientists have to play his own key role here. Okay. Okay, because the people are keep posting the new comments. From the new comments, the people's sentiment has to be changed. Suppose if you start the extraction of the streams for the past 3 years, not for the past 3 years, for the past 3 days. Till 3 days, the sentiment may be good. Again, suddenly in the fourth day, sentiment may turn to the bad, negative. Okay. Again, after 4 days, again people may turn to the positive. In this way, people mind is always changing. This people mind is reflected into the social media. From the social media, you need to extract the content. From that content, you need to extract you need to find out the essence of the sentiment. How the people are turning, They are turning into the positive side or negative side like this. Such kind of things keep running. Is a keep running process. So here, there is a great role of the data scientist. That to here, there is a great challenge here for the data scientist. The data is not structured. Whatever the review I have given about the model 5 of the mobile, the review is not completely into the structured format. The review is completely into unstructured format. I type my review in my own style. You type your own comment or own feeling into your own style. Okay? I may use formal language. You may use informal language also. So from that essence, how to find out whether this customer or whether this person is in positive mood about my product or not, how you will find out. So these are the challenges. Here different techniques we need to apply. Different disciplines are there into data science to solve such kind of problems. Okay. So this is one of the technical data analyst limitations as part of data extraction. Of course, still a lot of limitations are there. I am going to touch main highlight points.